Hi everybody, it's Kathy Young here from the Local Business Network in Redland City, and today we've got Paul Stokel. Paul, what's the name of your company?
We run a company called Driving Events.
Now can you explain, and question for you, are you open for business at the moment?
We are in a small way. Yeah, we're trying to take business on as best we can under the circumstances, and I think it'll open
Excellent.
very soon. Starting to get more and more interest, and certainly people out there wanting to get back into it again.
Yeah, now you were explaining some of the fantastic things you do. There's the defensive driver training, which is for the young ones, generally young ones, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, generally young ones. We do get a lot of corporate groups as well, though, and it's one of those
Ah,
things I think it's good for everybody to do and refresh themselves occasionally. But the younger generation tend to be, their parents are very mindful of them stepping onto the road for the first time and just want to have some extra skills and some extra understanding. So that's the main focus on that defensive driver training.
right. I know that we put our kids through it when they were first driving, which was quite a long time ago now. But we did that exactly that, sent them through the defensive driver training so that they were safe on the road and knew how to brake properly and knew what to look for. Because we can tell them, but when it's mum and dad, they're not going to listen. Do you find that the kids listen to you really well?
Yeah, look, I've got a couple of really good trainers as well, that are a bit more experienced and they've been doing this sort of thing a long time and they have a bit of a teaching background as well. So I think kids
Great.
respond and, most of them don't want to be there to start with, to be honest, because probably their parents have suggested they go. But by the time they come away from the day, they're all high-fiving and having a ball. So, no, they enjoy it and,
Excellent.
it doesn't take much to keep them entertained once we get into it.
Oh, that's fantastic. So tell me about some of the other events because you shared you've got the defensive driver training, and that's what lots of people come for. But you've got some really cool, exciting stuff. So can you share what some of that is? Because I know that my husband will be really impressed with what you do, and there'll be lots of people out there who will be thinking, "Oh, that could be a really good corporate event, or we could take our team to do that." People that work with us. So can you share what some of the other things are that you do?
Yeah, we do all kinds of things. Like my background's been in motorsport, so we do get a lot of people, I guess, wanting to get some information and knowledge on how to drive their performance cars on a racetrack. We own some cars so that we use for training as well, some little Lotuses that
Okay.
we have a lot of fun with, and we do advanced car control and just things that's sort of beyond. I guess the next step beyond defensive driving is to come and learn advanced car control, which is more about understanding how a car skids and what to do in that situation.
Now,
And
it's
then,
not just in the car, though, is it? You also do some classroom education stuff as well, which is really important.
yeah, nearly everything we do has some kind of theory content. Defensive
Okay.
driving is probably 50% theory. We spend a lot of time talking about the various aspects, and there's a whole myriad of different avenues, I guess, that people need to sort of probably grasp a little bit better than what they do when they just get their license for the first time.
Yeah.
And then the physics, the rest of it becomes physics. You're starting to understand what happens to a vehicle under certain situations and how to deal with that, with the emergency braking, whether it be skid causation and correction and all those sort of things. And then we take it to the track, and that's really for people that really want to go on and enjoy their cars more than anything else. They obviously have a passion for driving. They want to do it in a legal way and on a racetrack
Yes.
can get a bit of guidance from, some professional drivers, which,
Now,
we all aspire to do.
you were sharing, Paul, that you've been a professional driver. So can you tell us about some of the things that you've won? Because the list was very long, but there's a couple that you've won. You won one just last year that was a really big deal for you.
Yeah, it was. I've raced since I was 13 in go-karts, and my whole life and passion was designed around. I wanted to get to Formula One, like every young kid does. But along the way, I've had some great success in various different categories, and I took out my eighth championship last year, my eighth Australian championship, which was
Wow.
fantastic, and managed to win Targa Tasmania, which is a tarmac road rally down in Tasmania, which is my old home state, and I feel very passionate about competing down there, and it was great to win that, and also the championship at the same time. So, but that sort of leads
Wow.
me. That's my fun, but it also gives me the experience, I guess, to teach people at that level.
That's super cool because ticking off as business owners when we've got a dream that we're heading for and we tick it off, that's a really important thing because as business owners, we've got to have goals to go for. So for you, that was a personal and a business. So it sort of ticked both boxes. But you were sharing before that you were supposed to be taking people away. What's the next tour that you've got coming up that's similar to what you've just done there?
Yeah, we also during those tarmac rallies they have an opportunity to do tours. So we have, I guess, passionate driving people that I've sort of spoken to, and they said, "Hey, I'd love to come down and do Targa Tasmania one day." And they also do one up at Cairns called Targa Great Barrier Reef, and they
Oh,
do one
wow.
in Victoria called Targa High Country, which is up and down and around the areas of Mount Buller. So we take groups away basically if someone wants to come along. We organise the transport and accommodation, and then I lead. Well, I will be probably from here on in leading my tour group. So they pretty much chase me around the roads, and it's all done at legal speeds and things. But because some of the roads are closed, and they're pretty twisty roads, you can really enjoy the cars as they're designed to be driven. So that's another aspect of business we do.
Okay, well, this is probably an interview that I won't share with my husband because he'll be going, I'll be there. That will be his dream, I'm sure. So that sounds really
All right.
exciting. So, like a real current, so you've got something from the very beginner driver with the defensive driver right through to the really enthusiast racing. But they're not racing drivers, but they're people who really are passionate about racing and car racing and would love to experience what you have had the opportunity to, but to do it legally because I know that there's lots of people who like to do it and they do it illegally and then they get in trouble. So you make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that it's all
definitely.
legal.
Yeah, it's funny
Excellent.
as a race driver, it's not something we've ever wanted to drive fast on the road because you've got the opportunity on a racetrack, and it sort of pales into insignificance doing it on the road. So it's sometimes a good thing to get people off the roads onto the track and get it out of their
Excellent.
system in a safe way.
Yeah, and do the right thing. We're going to have to say goodbye. It's been really interesting talking to you. So you are open for business, and as restrictions ease, you'll be able to take bigger groups again, won't you? That you were sharing that with me before.
Yeah, absolutely. The venues are still very toe in the water at the moment about how many people to be, in the venue at the same time. So they're
Yeah.
starting to let us in, but it's very dictated by the venues. But it's slowly opening up, and I think in another couple of weeks we should be back, almost back to normal.
Fantastic. So
Fingers
if
crossed.
you're looking for your kids to do their defensive training, if you're looking for your team to take them on a corporate event or your clients, Paul, it sounds like a great. And you go to different racetracks. It's not all just at Mount Cotton there, is it? It's you go to other racetracks as well.
Yeah, we do defensive driving at Mount Cotton at the
Mhm.
RACQ centre down there, and also up at Lakeside, up north of the city, up near Kawangba. And then we go out to Lakeside, to Queensland Raceway at Willowbank and various different areas,
Okay.
even down to Norwell, down to Yatala. So
Okay.
lots of
So
different venues we can use.
lots of different venues. That's fantastic. So if you are looking to take clients, your team, uh, friends, or just to send someone along for something special because it's what they love to do, get in contact with Paul. So Paul, they can find you on what's your website? Where can we find you on
Yeah,
LinkedIn? On yep, Facebook.
yeah, drivingevents.com.au is our main
Okay,
website.
that's
And
easy.
yeah, Facebook's
Perfect.
driving underscore events. Yep.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to say thank you. It's been a real pleasure to chat with you today and to learn all about car racing and the things that you've done. And if you want to know more, check out all the socials because Paul really has got a history in driving within professional racing. And if you're a car enthusiast and someone who loves that side, then Paul's your man and he can help you do it now. If you haven't had the chance to do it, you can do it now. So it's all fantastic. So thank you, Paul. It's been a real pleasure to chat today. And I look forward to maybe seeing you on the racetrack one day. Or it might be my other half, I reckon. So it won't so
Maybe
much
one
be
day.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. I just
Absolutely.
have a great day. It's Kathy Young here from the Local Business Network. Really lovely to spend time with you again.